In the last nutrition series, we discussed how to calculate your calories, your macros, and how to find maintenance. Now, let's talk about the part that really matters for long-term progress. How long you should actually stay in a fat loss phase, in a bulk, or at maintenance, and how to strategically use breaks in between to maximize results and recovery. I don't want to go too deep into maintenance since we covered that in the nutrition series, but in short, maintenance is where your calories match your output. You're not gaining or losing, you're just holding steady. It's not a phase meant to drive new adaptation. It's meant for recovery, restoring energy, and giving your body a chance to chill before the next big push. So if you haven't watched the previous nutrition series, I suggest starting there first. I will link that in the description and potentially a comment below, because all of this information will build upon that content and the calculations described in those videos. So let's start with fat loss. For most people, the sweet spot is around 8 weeks before taking a break and going back to maintenance. That's also usually long enough to see visible results without pushing into major metabolic slowdowns or muscle loss. If you still have more fat to lose after those 8 weeks, don't just keep cutting indefinitely. What you'll want to do is go back to maintenance, like I said. And you'll typically want to do that for about 2/3 to 1 times the duration you spent in a deficit. So that's roughly 5 to 8 weeks for an 8-week fat loss phase. That maintenance break can help normalize hormones and really reduce diet fatigue. Then if needed, go right back into another 8-week block in order to shed any additional fat you may want to lose. Now there are exceptions. If you're competing in a weight class sport or as a bodybuilder, you may need longer or more aggressive cuts. I highly recommend not exceeding a 1,000 calorie deficit or a fat loss phase that extends past 12 weeks.